Hi guys, welcome back to Awakening with Stacy, brought to you by North Node Metaphysical. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please subscribe, follow the tribe if you like my vibe. And if you're coming back to see me, hi, I hope you all are doing well. A little housekeeping notes. I am in the middle of getting birth chart readings out, or tarot readings. So if you're waiting for me, they are coming. I'm working on them. I had the last week to deal with some mama stuff. So I'm trying to push through. So we're going to do a collective reading and see what you guys need to know in the collective. So let's call in spirit. I hope this is for all of our highest and greatest good. Tensions of love. Starting off strong with the star. Doesn't surprise me since we're getting ready to have another full moon in Aquarius. We're dealing with our faith, our spirituality, being in contentment where we are right now, but also hopes and wishes being granted. And even if it doesn't, what I'm hearing is even if it doesn't feel like a wish being granted, it's what's best for your highest good, for your healing, and for you to have hope in your life. Because some of us have been holding on and hoarding the stuff that are material things, the things we are, what we are attached to. That may be coming down, and it may not feel like that's going to be part of the renewal process in your healing. Some of us out there are going to be losing some of our possessions, things that we're hoarding to ourselves, whether that is our love for others, our compassion for others, our financial stability, whatever is holding you back from going forward because it's material. We are going to be, the tower's coming in to shake that up. It's upheaval. Once again, we have divorce and sudden chaos out with the tower. So this wish granted is going to definitely feel like a tower moment in the beginning because we've been holding on to things that we have to let go of. But there is a message of love, and it's going to help you feel more youthful, using your psychic abilities that we all have, being more intuitive, using your inner voice. There is a message coming in and romance for some of you. And some of you is just spiritual beauty, what you're creating, art, music, and being a little naive, being youthful in it, understanding that going back to the return of innocence for you after the tower, because the high priestess is here. We have to connect with our higher self. We have to understand and learn the sacred wisdom of the divine feminine energy in all of us, the inner knowing and the mystery of who you are. Which as a collective in personal lives and in the establishment of governments, this is what has been coming. This is what will be continued to come. But if you break it down just to yourself, there's so much tower moments coming in, and people are feeling like they're losing so much stuff, but it's actually their own wishes that are being granted to give them more inspiration. And I've talked to several people, not so much in my life personally, but it has affected me with people around me. And it's hard. They're feeling like they're completely broken. And sometimes it takes being completely broken to stand up and be youthful again, to return to your innocence so that you can have really what your wishes are and to be in your divine energy in your sacred self. There might be legal matters coming up for some of you, but this is to be restructured and maybe feeling detached from certain things in your life, which we can do when we aren't sure how we're supposed to feel about something. It's easy to detach from that. Not for every sign, but like I said, I'm an Aquarius. I know how to detach, but use your intellect when detaching. Not everything. You're not supposed to detach from everything in your life. You have to see what is, after this tower goes down and we see it all around us, we need to use our intellect and our rational mind and to restructure the things that need to be rebuilt in a healthier way. There's going to be passion coming in and excitement once you do this work. And I'm not talking, this is a timeless reading and take what resonates as always. But remember, time doesn't exist. So this could take days, it could take weeks, it could take years. It's going to be on your own self development on how fast you get all these things and you get through these things. But you will be able to, if you rebel against your tower moment, or you rebel against the things of your that you've wished for and against your inner knowing, it is going to be, it's going to be harder for you to be able to have the excitement and the adventure that you're really looking for in your life. And you're going to have to be the rebel against what's going on in the world. If don't just go with the herd. What I'm hearing, don't just go with the herd and be the sheep. Understand that you can have your own opinions and still be in the world, but not be of the world, but not in the world. Releasing the fear and anxiety and trusting your own intuition that has come back up. You have to trust yourself. Trust what you're hearing in your heart. Trust what you're hearing from your own soul, not what you're seeing on television, not what you're hearing from people around you, but releasing the fear and anxiety so that you can tell your own truth, so you can stand in your own power, so you can hear your higher self when it's talking to you. There is a lot going on. There's a lot more that will be going on, and it is heartbreaking. And like I have said in videos past that are timeless, if you go back when I first started my journey on YouTube, everything will collapse. It has to be this way. It's not going to look pretty. It's not going to make you feel amazing, but you need to create your own reality and understand that it's happening for the benefit of the whole, even if it doesn't feel that way when you're looking at it. And there's people who are going down with all of this. We've all had choices to make in this life, and there is a division, but you have to stay with compassion and love. You have to have the courage to have those boundaries with yourself and with others and what you see. Have faith that the light will win. The light is winning. Love will win. But it's like when you watch a movie and in the middle it gets all crazy and you don't think that the good's going to win, but at the end it always does. And it's the same way. Use your persistence, maintain your stability and love within yourself and compassion for others, and have determination to do what is right for you and to see the truth within yourself and with looking at other people and looking at what's going on and determine what is true and what is false and what is an illusion. What are they wanting you to see compared to what is really going on? Because there is a lot of illusion going on right now in the establishment. And I spoke a couple weeks ago that there would be more coming in, and there is still more to come, you guys. In 2019, we spoke that in 2022, we would not recognize this world whatsoever. And as I am filming this, I have yet to hear of anything today, but I know that there are going to be some crazy mandates put on us as of later on. So there is no clear way out. You can't avoid the situation of what's going on with yourself, what's going on with others around you, and especially what's going on with our society and around the world. These are real things. These are real things that are going to have to fall so that we can bring peace on earth, so that we can bring love, so we can bring heaven to earth the way that it's supposed to be. And within that, like I said, we're going to see a lot of things fall, and we're going to see a lot of pain and a lot of suffering from people who fight this tower, who fight who they really are, because the wish has to be granted and the healing has to come. There's no more running from that, no matter how much you want to. You can push this off for years. You can push this off as long as you want. But at the end of the day, it's what has to happen. And the more you fight it, the harder it's going to hurt. Don't avoid this. There is great harmony and peace and love on the other side. And there is so much emotional pain, grief, disillusionment, sorrow, tears, depression, heartbreak, loss, misunderstanding, not understanding why things are happening the way that they are in the collective. People are not understanding why they're seeing the things that they're seeing and why all this is going on. And they're being disillusioned by their own grief, by their own sorrow, when we have to raise our vibration high enough to understand and see past the establishment and what the world is going through, to understand that at the end of the day, you have to start with you and raising your consciousness and seeing past the illusion and keeping yourself safe and doing the right things for the people in your immediate life, and then sending love out to the world, because there is so much grief and disillusionment that people don't even know if they're coming or going. They don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You have people who aren't stable financially, who aren't stable emotionally right now, who are watching the world and not being able to even mentally understand where they are to be, or if they will get there, or if they're even open enough to understand that they're not seeing it correctly. But there will be loss, there will be misunderstandings. There is depression. This is heartbreaking stuff. And like I said before, it will be. It has to be. Try not to be defensive with others. Understand that they're seeing their world through their own perception of their knowledge. And be practical. Don't go at people, well, you're doing this, you're on this side, well, I'm not going to do this, so I'm on this side. Understand that we're seeing things from our own perspectives, and that's the only, until people have the tower moment, until they don't fight what they have to let go of, because like I said in my last video, we are being pulled away from things that no longer serve us. That is not a choice anymore. And the more that you fight it, the harder it's going to hurt, the more pain and sorrow and grief you're going to feel. And it's going to be, you can't be stubborn. about this. Be protective and being defensive at the same time just keeps you stagnant in your own mind. Just be open to how people see the world and how they perceive it, but know who you are at the same time. The doom and gloom, hands tied, paralyzing fear and crisis is going on all around the world. Negative thoughts, try to keep the negative thoughts. Remember that thoughts are just thoughts until you put action to them. Let them come in and let them go away. Because at the end of the day, we will be united. We will have our own home coming back to ourselves, back to the return of innocence, so that we can celebrate that we made it through these things. And there will be lots of loss of life, guys, and they planned it this way. Try to remember that everyone is on their own journey. Everyone chooses when they're going to come in and when they're going to come, leave this planet. That those are my opinions. And it doesn't, some souls were meant to be here during this time. They chose not to be here. Stick to, be detailed on what it is that you're working, whatever it is that you're committed to doing and achieving. Make sure that you are very detailed and master those things. If you don't have all the knowledge to what it is you're trying to be detailed in and achieve, do more research, do more study, look at it from a different perspective, learn different angles on things so that you have more knowledge to make better decisions before you just jump on the bandwagon with everyone else. It's okay just to be you. It's okay to be different. It's okay not to do what Jimmy, John, Billy did down the street, Susan, Sally do. Use your own third eye, your own intuition to make it through this. Because once we get through all of this, right? Once you go through your personal tower moment as the world's going through its tower moment and getting its karma and dharma, like I said before, once you get through this and you're able to see things through the lens of love and compassion and being grounded and studying of magic, of beauty, of the world of Gaia, you have to be faithful to your convictions, faithful to your own beliefs of your own heart, and not disillusioned by someone else's or what you're being told by programming that you hear and see all around you. Let's get some. What's the collective need to know, Spirit? How can help them get through these times? I'm looking at all of these times. I know for a long time that watching this stuff happen is going to break my heart. I'm an empath. I feel it. I know why it's going on. I can feel the emotions of things that are going on, but I have to keep my perspective, and you have to keep your perspective that it's happening for a reason, whether you completely understand it or not, and things are going to have to fall. The confirmation of everything that I'm saying. Thank you, Spirit. It's power, it's thunder and lightning. It's finding the truth. You can't see the rainbow, right, until after the thunderstorm, after the rain, after that thunder hits you, and you find your own power in this. So as a collective, we can come together, realizing once again the illusions that you are seeing all around you. The illusions that you see in yourself. What are you not seeing clearly about you? I mean, we can break it down to just your soul, to your family, to the people around you, to the whole entire planet, to the universe. Understanding what the illusions are and being able to accept them, and maybe it's going to feel like a tower moment, because everything that you once believed as true, you're going to have to understand is not truth. We all have things to learn. We have all been deceived. We have all been disillusioned. But you have the power to wake up out of that. And for the light workers and star seeds right now, these are times that we all knew were coming, but we didn't know exactly how everything would happen. And some things we did know that would happen. We still feel the emotions. It still hurts. It still can feel confusing at times, because we get different messages, and then timeline changes, or different energies come in, and it changes what we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to do it and who was supposed to be in our life. And yet the collective are feeling all these things and have to do it at once, because time is running out. This can help us do it. This can help all of us confirmation. Take a gamble on yourself. Be a seeker of knowledge, a seeker of wisdom higher than what you currently know right now. Be able to understand that we all can learn more about ourselves and more about others and more about the institutions of the establishment that we have been gathered into as sheeple. It will be beautiful in the end. It will be, but it starts with ourselves. It starts with each and every one of us. You cannot help anyone else until you help yourself. And then that's where you see magic. That's where things become magical, when we get the diabolical, when the diabolical crashes, when the dark can no longer control the light, when hate no longer overrules love, when pain doesn't overrule happiness, when we are free to love. Because regardless if we get hurt in love, just the fact that we get to love is enough. Messages. Okay, Hill Spirit. Messages of healing. Healing is not easy. I've done so many videos on healing, and that's my journey. I want to be able to help people heal, and at the same time, I'm still healing myself so that I can help others heal differently or easier, and to be there for others. But how teachable are you? Are you able to be taught, or do you think you know everything right now, that no one can teach you anything, because you can learn from everything around you? I learned so many spiritual lessons and gifts from the ravens in my yard and the hummingbirds on my hummingbird feeder. I learned the beauty of transformation by the butterflies. So how teachable are you? You have to be able to be willing to learn so that you can transform. So that when these times get harder and harder and harder, you see it for what it is. You appreciate the light. You appreciate not know, you appreciate knowing what's going on and honor the pain that's going on at the same time. What healing story do you have? Is it, are you just teachable? Self-love. I've spoken of it a million times. And a lot of you that talk to me personally, I will always talk about self-love. Self-love is not easy. Learning to trust our intuition, learning to trust our own inner knowledge, and to accept the things that we once did not like about ourselves, or taking time to give ourselves the love we didn't get before is very difficult, but it is very, very, very necessary to use self-love, especially in these moments in time when you're going through these things, when you're watching these things play out in the collective. Use self-love. Understand that you did not know what you did not know until you knew. You know, don't hate on the things, you know, don't wake up and get out of the illusion and see all these things and be mad at yourself because you didn't see it before now. You're going to wake up exactly when you were supposed to wake up. And there are going to be some that don't wake up at all, and that is their mission. Everyone plays a role and has a part. It may not be your role, it may not be your part, but it's theirs. And you have to respect their journey. And at the same time as you're respecting that they're playing their role, respect the role you're playing for yourself. And it may be completely different than someone else's, but that's the role. That is what our soul signed up to do. Let's get an angel message, and then I'm going to try to get a couple of videos out. Hopefully, confirmation. Gentleness. Be gentle with yourself. That goes with self-love. Pay attention to your thoughts and ideas that are coming to you. Are they your answered prayers? Are you understanding when your gifts are coming in? You know, when you're getting your wish granted, are you understanding that even though you're going through a tower moment, even though you're being disillusioned, even though you're waking up in it, and there's so much that comes along with the ascension symptoms, when our chakras are waking up, when they start moving after being still, are you seeing it as answered prayers? Are you being able to understand that it's for your highest best? And also be clear about what it is you desire in these moments. And be steady in that faith, unwavering faith of who you are. You know what? Once you let this tower go and you let things that are no longer for you at this moment go, all the bad things will be behind you. That does not mean that nothing else will come up, but you'll be able to see it for what it is and move forward quicker and with more self-love than you ever was before. More messages. It's all within you now. Spirit wants you to know everything you need to get by and to do this work, this self-love, this healing. The hero's journey of your soul is within inside you. Wake up and realize that you have to see it. You have to believe in magic before you see magic. And that's just the way it is. And remember that you have to ground yourself. Go outside with nature. Put your feet in the dirt. Look at the birds. Breathe in and out when you get stressed or anxiety, or turn off the TV when you can't take no more of hearing about what's going on in the establishment. And realize that you have support. You are not alone. And even though it's very lonely on this path, and there's moments where we feel very alone because no one may understand, or other people are going through their own tower moments that they can't really understand or take time. Understand that there is support out there. People are going to be able to come together as all of this unfolds and they start loving themselves more. They'll start loving others more, and it will be pure love for us all. So until next time, guys, I'm wishing you all the best, and I'm working to get, like I said, my readings out to y'all, and I'm working on my new business to get it up and running. So I love you guys, and until next time, bye.